Shuriken Sentai Ninja. Yes, this is indeed the first item I have from 2015's Shuriken Sentai Ninninger, or Power Rangers Ninja Steel as it is known in America. Now, the important thing to note about this video is that I actually tried to film this video beforehand and it didn't really work, it didn't upload. So instead, I'm having to do this again. Now, one difference to the previous version of this video is that I'll be showing all 3 shurikens I have in this video. It's not just going to be the one, it'll be all 3, because this is the only item that has a feature where the sounds the sword makes has in conjunction with the sounds the shuriken makes, because the other ones don't have that feature. This is the only one that has shuriken interactive like dual sound features. Basically, the sword makes sounds and the shuriken makes sounds at the same time. That's the only things that are different about this. So, right, the first thing we're going to be showing off is the shuriken. Now, the red Akaninja shuriken is the one, of course, that comes with the sword. I'll be showing off the Owl Ninja and the Key Ninja shurikens in just a minute, but for now, let's have a look at the Akaninja shuriken. Now, all ninja shurikens come in 2 parts. We have the shuriken blade, which is, well, it's just meant to be like the blade of the shuriken. It's nicely molded in coloured plastic, as you can see here. This is actually quite a soft plastic. It's actually like rubbery almost. There's 2 little notches inside of the shuriken. Now, you must place the shuriken with these notches facing out like this, as in placing facing you. The shurikens will not attach because there's these little extra things in the way, so you've got to place them on like this. Now we have the shuriken core, which is this grey little cylinder thing, like a sound chamber. This is where all the sounds for a shuriken are made, basically. You have the little sticker on the front of the thing it represents. In this case, it shows off Akaninja. We have the ninja logo on the bottom. We have a little translucent kanji for red. This is the light. This is where the light is located. The speaker for the shuriken, or for all shurikens, is actually positioned behind the actual helmet for the ninja. Of course, you can see here, this is their molded version of the Akaninja shuriken, Akaninja helmet. Still in metallic silver, which is okay. That's nice. These 2 clips here are, of course, used for the Megazord Shuriken compatibility, because you can use these as helmets, but I'm going to better show them off later. You can, of course, lift the face up, and underneath is the helmet as the remaining parts of the sticker for Akaninja. So this is the complete sticker, as you can see here. Move this down. Now, there's a couple more sounds functions that this makes. On the, well, first off, there's a release button for the shuriken blade, as you can see, which we'll get to in a minute. On the back, as you can see, we have a sad Pac-Man. I'm also going to point out that this particular item here was brought from Amazon Japan, secondhand, so there's no box. Anyway, so the shuriken has this weird hexagon shape. This is for the locking for the chambers of the weapons. And we have a button in the middle, which is a black button. Pushing that without the shuriken, with or without the shuriken, will result in 2 different sounds. The Akaninja shuriken phrase without the shuriken will make this. Akaninja! So by not having a shuriken on, it will just say Akaninja. Akaninja! And of course, the shuriken kanji will, of course, light up. Akaninja! Now, of course, you can attach the shuriken blade by lining up the notches with these holes. There's a little hole slider on this side, and there's a little hole slider on the other side. Notice how there's a small, tiny button at the bottom. Sliding this on like this, and then turning it will make this happen. Shuriken activation noise, if you like. This says Akaninja shuriken, and then releasing the shuriken by pushing the button again and turning it will make this noise happen. Getting it into the shuriken mode, if you will, and then pushing the button on the back will make this noise. This is indeed the Robo Red Zord sound to the Shinobi sound. This is, of course, what it looks like when it's in head mode. So these heads indeed look a bit big, mainly because of the big sound barrel. And the last function I'm just going to point out here is this little button on the bottom. Now, when this is pushed multiple times, it will create the sound this plays when it is spun. And we're going to show this off in Ninninger Ichibantou. So let's turn it on. Actually, no, let's have a look at the cosmetics first. As you can see, this has got nice translucent green on the front. 3 different coloured buttons with kanji on them. Flame sword, flame handle at the bottom. There's a green trigger here. There's a nice metallic silver. There's black paint on the back. 2 release buttons here too. Right, so the one thing I will say is that this interacts with a shuriken in a simple way. Pushing the trigger won't make this have any sound. Well, it will have sounds on its own, but inside the spinning barrel, as you can see, this spins on its own too. There's a little tab up here for shuriken compatibility. This is a shuriken ID, telling it there's a shuriken attached. But not only that, when you push the yellow button here, there's a little part inside of the barrel here which moves up and down, as you can see. Now when this happens, it hits the button on the back of the shuriken, meaning that if you use a shuriken in here and push the trigger, it will make whatever sound come out. So this shuriken plays this sound at the moment. By setting it into the sword and pushing the trigger, it will play the same noise, because the button on the back of the shuriken is being hit by the trigger inside of the barrel. Pushing both grey triggers and pulling the shuriken out is the release mechanism. And of course, to prove that this is not a complete fraud or scam, you can remove the shuriken, just leave the core. Pushing the trigger now will have it come out with Ninninger, which is all that happens. And now, just before we get into the noises that the sword makes with the shuriken, we are going to show off the other 2 shuriken that I have. We have the Owl Ninja Shuriken with the blade and the core. As you can see, very nice detailing going on there. The little noise this makes on its own is this. Kanji for blue as well. And then attaching the shuriken and turning it. Then pushing the button again. Dragon noise, which is the same noise that comes out if you use the Dragon Zord Star with the Gold Ninja Battle Morpher. Helmet mode. So this shuriken came with the Gamma Gamma gun, which is a review coming soon. Then we have this shuriken here, which is the Key Ninja Shuriken. This is the other shuriken that I have. Here's the blade, here's the core. Details underneath here. Kanji for yellow. Pushing the button will give you this. Attaching the shuriken and turning it will give you this. Pushing the button again will give you this. So that is basically all of the shurikens that I have, and we'll be showing them off in the Ichibantou, even though they make the exact same noise. Okay, so we're going to turn the Ichibantou on, and it comes up with this. And the LEDs on the front light up. So that's normal noise for all Ninja items. Pushing the trigger without any shuriken attached will give you this. Slashing noises. Now, of course, when you attach a shuriken, you'll get a standby noise waiting for you to push one of these buttons. You will then spin the shuriken, and then the function will be completed. If you push the button without attaching a shuriken, you can then attach a shuriken after that, and it will work as normal. However, if you push a button and then spin the barrel without a shuriken in, because you can't do that, it'll make this noise. There we go. Then nothing will happen until you attach another shuriken. So it effectively remembers what the command was. So now we're going to do the transformation. So we're going to attach the Arcane Ninja Shuriken. Push the red button. So that is the henshin sequence. But the shurikens do spin nicely, a lot better than these things. But yeah, it does do its job. Unlike these things. An American comparison will be coming later in this video, but for now we've got to finish looking at this. Now, of course, the shuriken did come out with a noise when you did spin the shuriken, and we'll get to that later, so you can hear a more clear version of it. Pushing the shuriken now, because when you've just transformed, the shuriken's back button noise will come out as something different. In this case, it comes out as this. It simply says Ninja is Sen. Now again, if you do this with a normal attack, this happens. So the sword leaves a small gap of nothing, so this shuriken can play its noise. So that is interesting. Again, attaching a shuriken will make that noise, the standard one. And now we can show you a copy of the shuriken spinning noise, the henshin noise, by repeatedly pushing this button, because this button gets pushed by these four corners around the circle barrel here. So it effectively pushes this button over and over again. In this state, after you've transformed, after the shuriken's done that, you can push the back button once to hear this sound again, only once. After one push of the button to hear Ninja Isen, it just returns to the normal attack noise. So now we are going to do a attack by pushing the blue button. Again, this works the same. You can just set a shuriken, push a button, then spin it. But in this case, I'm going to push the button, then set a shuriken. Stand by music. Trigger. And that is the attack noise. And now we're going to do the summoning technique. Now this doesn't normally work with this because you can't summon a ranger, but we're going to do it anyway because it has different noises. Press the yellow button. So that's basically all this does with just the regular this shuriken. And now we're just going to show off at least one. We're just going to show off the transformation with the other shuriken. So first off, because they will all make the same noises you've just heard that the sword makes. That we will show off just in a minute. But these shurikens will just have different normal attack noises. Like that. So we're just going to do the transformation, at least just the transformation at least. Here we go. Red button. So that's all that the different noises that this does. It does make the same Ninja Isen noise. So the noises are the same, basically as the red ninja shuriken. Now we're going to show off the key ninja shuriken with the same transformation noise. The attack noise and then the spinning noise. So that's all that happens. Now again, interestingly, you can actually trick this sword into thinking you're actually setting a shuriken because there's only one tab that this pushes down on. Here we go. That makes it think you're putting a shuriken. So if you do this, you can actually hear the background music without actually setting a shuriken. So let's do that now. Transformation. And then attack. It leaves a quiet space for Ninja Isen. And now we're going to do an attack. The same standby music from before, but still. And now we're going to do a summoning. Again, the same standby noise. Now those three shurikenless sounds can also happen if your shuriken doesn't have any batteries in it. Okay, so we will do a Ninja Ichibantou versus Ninja Starblade comparison in a minute, but for now we're going to compare the size of the shuriken compared to the Ninja Power Stars, and oh my god, you can see they are massive compared to their American counterparts. The American counterparts obviously do not have any lights and sounds. The blades are made of foam, in this case not textured foam at least. The visors on here cannot be lifted up on the American versions, but interestingly enough, the stickers of course the completed versions, as you can see, they are missing the top of the helmet on the Japanese version, so the stickers are slight improvements. It's missing the clips on the front. The shuriken blade outside cannot be removed, and of course the biggest difference is it's actually got quite a smaller barrel on the back, and of course there's no sound. Instead there's some rails, because the American Ninja Steel Battle Morph has got like a rail system where you spin it and it recognizes certain rail combination patterns, as opposed to just sounds. Okay, now we're going to quickly compare the blue, Boris Johnson there, Boris Johnson reference, blue, you get a nice blue passport. Yeah, again the back's the same, so just quickly show this off here. You know, you get a nice blue passport. And now we're going to show off the yellow shuriken. Here we go. I'm going to say that the shuriken yellow colour on this does look a bit more green, like the background of this wall on camera. It doesn't look as green, the wall doesn't look as green on as in real life. But of course, we are still thinking about such trivialities today, aren't we? And now, just sit tight while I get the American Ninja Starblade, so I can do a comparison between that and the Ninja Ichibantou. I'll put it at the other end of this room, because of course I did. Here it is. Now, there's actually quite a few differences, mainly because the Americans decided to scrap functionality for sword lengthability, if that's even a word. Just going to move these shurikens out of the way so they're not in the shot and causing more disaster. As you can see here, there's some bits of black paint missing off the side of the sword. The sword on from America is a lot longer. The little fire sticker on the handle's a bit different. As you can see, the little 3 buttons on the American version do not do anything, as opposed to just being buttons of kanji on them, so that's different. The barrel inside. It doesn't spin on the American version. It doesn't have any of those little translucent clips. It doesn't have like the little stick post that pops up in the middle. Instead, it has one ID button here for the stars when attached. This also doesn't spin all the way around. The blade does pop out on this version, which doesn't happen on the American version. On the back, as you can see, there is noticeable amounts of black paint missing from the blade. There's no release clips on the American version, replaced by a single Ninja Star Launcher. Right, so I'm going to point out now that, yeah, if you want more show-accurate weapons, go for the Japanese version, for goodness sake, because, again, if we show off the spinning capabilities of the American and the Japanese version, you can see here that the Japanese one doesn't speed nice. Warning, you will hear more sound effect. It spins nice. But the American version doesn't even do that. It just struggles. So they really did kind of mess that up, because they do show them spinning properly on TV, and yet they just give the kids this. It doesn't work. Yes, it does spin, but you have to do it like literally just by doing this, or by doing this, because people didn't realise these two little holes here are meant to be like for your fingers to rest on or something. But yeah, some of these are a nightmare to spin. Like if we bring in the let's use this one. This one doesn't spin quite as well. Oh, that's not a good example. The White Ninja Power Star, I was going to say, that doesn't spin quite as fluidly. So some of these do spin nice, some of them don't, but they all spin the same on the Japanese version because of the inner spinning barrel, as you can see here. This internal thing spins. This one just doesn't. So yeah, if you want show accurate stuff, for goodness sake, get the Japanese version. So that's all going to be from me. That's all from me today, this week. What's the next video going to be about then? You guessed it. Featuring the Owl Ninja Shuriken. This one. It's going to be the Froggy Frog Gun.